Yourself in the mindset of Western Illinois. You're not used to being in this position against this kind of a team. You try to do too much, you still got to let the game come to you and keep doing what you did in the first half. But that's got to start to play into your head a little bit.
Yep, and that's the one thing you can't lose sight of. What got you a 22-point lead? And it was playing smart. It was playing aggressive at times, being patient when patience was called for.
Keep an eye on J.C. Bigham. She come up flexing that right knee. That's the knee, I believe, that she blew out last year, the ACL, and she came up a little bit tentative on that right knee. She will go to the bench after picking up that personal foul, but you could tell just by looking in her eyes, the face, there was some pain there.
And the trainer walked right over to her. She's bending down, checking that knee out.
Another bad pass, turnover by the Leathernecks. J.D. Gravine is going to say, we need to settle down, let this game come to us, take what they're giving us. We're not doing it right now. We're trying to force things too much.
Nice job collapsing by Demery. That's a big stop for Western Illinois.
Savannah Buck tried the wraparound pass. I thought she was just going to take the floater, but as you see, she had Deddy Bala wide open underneath, tried to get that wraparound to her. And
I would have put money on it if Oral Roberts would have scored there. I wouldn't be surprised if Western Illinois wouldn't have taken a 30-second timeout.
The Leathernecks need a good offensive possession here to try to settle things down, get some of that confidence back that they had in the first half. Valencia Kelly on the wing. Konta Taite gets trapped and loses the ball again. 3 consecutive turnovers by the Leathernecks. Looper, 3.
Yeah.
There's your timeout, Gino Pintar.
A nice job, Oral Roberts defensively, creating turnovers, creating offense, giving themselves a little shot in the arm.
It's a 16-point lead. Oral Roberts chipping their way back into this. The fans that came up from down south are loving it. Quarterfinal action.
It was once the new frontier. The bravest drove into this unknown. They discovered their future and gave root to ours. So the question is, are you ready to explore? SDSU. Be great. Start here.
It's the Grand Falls Casino Resort $500,000 giveaway. Yeah, $500,000 between now and March 25th. Play your favorite games to earn entries. Entries are good for all 12 drawings. Then be here for the Sunday afternoon drawings for your chance at a share of $500,000.
Now this is a casino. Grand Falls Casino Resort, just minutes east of Sioux Falls.
The river is rushing at the Falls Park in downtown Sioux Falls. There was some snowfall in northern South Dakota earlier this week, but some warmer temperatures have melted a lot of that snow and makes for a pretty picture down there at Falls Park. Downtown Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Back here at the Sioux Falls Arena, Sadie Webb and her Western Illinois Leathernecks have seen a 22-point halftime advantage already cut to 16 by this Oral Roberts University ball club. The Leathernecks have turned the ball over the last 3 times they've had it against this amped up pressure defense by ORU. Konta Taite, the 3 answers, good timeout by Gravina.
Yeah, a nice job by Kelly, splitting that middle, collapsing the defense. Somebody's getting hot though.
Yeah, Kevin Looper back-to-back 3s for the Golden Eagles.
Now, this is the pace that Oral Roberts likes and thrives. Another good kick out.
Wow, they are just trading 3s. Konta Taite and Looper. Look how quickly the Golden Eagles get back into the forecourt. Looper, that is a tough shot on the baseline. 8 straight points for Looper.
She's just saying, get on my back, ladies.
She averages 24 a game, shows why in a mock draft of the WNBA, she's the projected number 7 pick next year.
Wow.
Another one by Konta Taite. I don't know if that was a 2 or a 3.
I tell you what, this is some fun basketball to watch right now.
Right now, the Leathernecks are matching Oral Roberts from behind the stripe. Nice dish there by Luper. She was looking for Bala on the backside.
And Oral Roberts is going to have to recognize where Special K is at, because those are clean looks. And now that she's in a rhythm, you got to somehow bump her off track.
And it was a 3 for Konta Taite. She is 5 of 9 from behind the stripe. In fact, all of her field goal attempts this afternoon have been from long range. She's connected 5 times, and you saw Bala turn the ball over again.
Yeah, she passed up a wide open 15-footer. Shows that her confidence is still hurting a little bit. Good job of dribbling out of the trap, but you got to get rid of the basketball. Much more aggressive trapping in the half court by Oral Roberts. And what Western Illinois doesn't want to do, you don't want to catch, bring the ball down to your waist and let that trap get set. You got to keep the ball moving.
That's when they jump on you. If you're going to pick it up and start putting it on the floor, they're going to come after you. You can watch them. They just lick their chops, daring you to dribble into a trap. Luper leans in. I think this one will go against Kebby. She was spinning on the baseline, and she does get called for the offensive foul. Right here when she comes back. That right shoulder push.
Easy call. Once again, Kelly's such a pest in a good way, defensively.
Leathernecks, Sadie Webb a long 3. She had a hot hand in the first half. That one's off the flat iron. Buck rebounds for Oral Roberts. Western Illinois maybe getting a little impatient on the offensive end with the rhythm they've had, feeling good about it. But the first half, they were very patient and got looks.
And that's the shot that Bala passed up last possession.
Buck gets it back after working, get the offensive rebound, and then she turns the ball over. 15:56 to play. It's still a 20-point cushion for Western Illinois. Oral Roberts trying to claw their way back in it. You're watching the Summit League at the Falls on Midco Sports Network.
It was once the new frontier. The bravest drove into this unknown. They discovered their future and gave root to ours. So the question is, are you ready to explore? SDSU. Be great. Start here.
The Summit League at the Falls on Midco Sports Network is presented by Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Get stronger, play smarter, return to performance. South Dakota State University. Be great. Start here. For more information, visit sdstate.edu. Grand Falls Casino Resort. Live it up. Located 6 miles east of Sioux Falls.
J.D. Gravina feeling pretty good about his Western Illinois Leathernecks. Still got the jacket on. We told you about the jacket watch. He's still wearing it with a 20-point lead. And Jerry Finkbeiner, he told us and said in his pregame comments, this is not a good matchup for us. Western Illinois is going to work the clock, slow the game down. They want to get into an up-tempo game against their opponents, and Western Illinois has not allowed them to do that here this afternoon. The cold shooting has plagued Oral Roberts. They're at 26% for the game now. As J.C. Bigham, that's a long 2.
Yeah, nobody picked her up. She just dribbled right into her shot.
Her first bucket of the ball game. Valencia Kelly, the quarterback for Western Illinois. Nice look down to Sadie Webb on the baseline. Bala with the rebound. And Bigham says it's still not time to panic.
And Sadie Webb had nice position, but good help by Bala coming over. It looked like Oral Roberts might have switched out of zone in the man.
Good anticipation on the pass, and Konta Taite, her first bucket inside the three-point stripe of the afternoon.
What a nice little boost she's given him here. We talked about how are they going to handle that first run from Oral Roberts. Coach Gravina calls a timeout, and Special K gets hot, But now Oral Roberts is starting to pick it up offensively.
That's Georgia Jones knocking down her third three of the afternoon. A foul from behind on Savannah Buck as Sadie Webb was taken out. First, I don't think Webb knew there was a defender crashing from behind her, and she put that ball back out, and Buck slashed for it, and Webb, fortunate that that wasn't a pickpocket.
Yeah, one thing they cannot do is they cannot turn the ball over. You want to get shots every time. Don't waste any possessions. Oral Roberts, active hands all over the place.
There's another foul, this one on Jordan Pyle as she reaches from behind of Jackie Rieger.
That's when you run the risk of picking up your aggression. You pick up fouls. You don't want to put Western Illinois in the bonus too early.
But you got to try to create some of those turnovers. This is one of the teams, best defensive teams in the country when it comes to stealing the basketball. They average 14 steals per game, 15 steals per game, which is tops in the nation.
Well, nice job by Demmer of using her body to make that finish tough for Balla. After Kelly knocked down that shot, boy, she just really impresses me. Nice floor game. Doesn't force anything.
Well, and that's one thing J.D. Gravina said he needed out of Valencia Kelly is to play in control, not force things, keep the energy level up, but let the game come to you. Demery, baseline miss. Jones with three teammates ahead of her. The Leathernecks get back on defense. Kick out to Bigham. Nice bounce pass all alone underneath. Is Balla for her first bucket of the afternoon. A quick timeout by Jerry Finkbeiner. 13:22 to play. There's the kick out from Jones, and the defense has totally lost track of Dedi Balla on the backside.
Yeah, but Western Illinois has not been matched up the last two trips down the floor. They've been confused defensively. And the thing I like from Oral Roberts is to see that ball getting shared a little bit more this half. Nice little extra pass, and good for Balla. Get that first basket to go. Maybe that'll loosen things up for her a little bit, let her feel good about herself.
But part of that, I think, Juno, is the start of the second half that Kevy Looper had. When she comes out and hits those first couple of threes, she had 8 straight points for Oral Roberts in that stretch early in the second half. And when your defense has to adjust now because Looper's hot, you got to know where she is. She's good at dishing things off, and they're good at spotting up around the perimeter to know who to get the ball to. Other players starting to step up.
And plus, sometimes when your best player struggles, your whole team struggles. Now that they see Looper playing well, then they're like, okay, this is normal. This is what it's supposed to be like. And they respond similarly.
Playing with a lot more confidence here in the second half, and so is Conta Taite.
Wow.
That is another three, her 6th of the ball game.
Another good find by Valencia.
20 points for the Lithuanian sniper. Kevy Looper tries to match it. No, Kelly taps it out, chases it down.
First thing that hasn't gone right for Kelly. Good job by Looper of getting back to contest that layup.
Bigham left alone for the 8-footer connects.
There's another one of those little 4-point swings. Missed layup at one end, easy basket on the other.
Still an 18-point ball game. It was 22 at the half. Conta Taite, will she try it again? Rims it in and out.
And she had that back pedal after she shot.
She thought that was down.
Looked good from here, but that was a little bit deeper than her first 4 of the second half.
I think she had 1 foot behind the professional stripe of the 3-point line out there. Jerry Finkbeiner in his 16th season at ORU. And again, this is the last Summit League tournament for Oral Roberts as they will transition to the Southland Conference, which he said yesterday will mean our girls won't be making those long trips out to Southern Utah. They won't be coming up to the Dakotas. They put on 7,000 miles in the last 2 weeks because of their game schedule. He said, I'm not making excuses, but we tried everything we can to keep our girls rested. Look at the hustle by both teams. Western Illinois to get the block. Oral Roberts to keep it alive. Out of bounds to Western Illinois. The Lithuanian sniper, also known as Special K, Sola Kontataite, has been lighting it up from behind the stripe. Her team is up by 18 with under 12 to play.
Look what we're doing. Together, we're making great things happen at South Dakota State University. From endowed faculty and new facilities to scholarship opportunities for students, It Starts with State is making a difference across campus and beyond. More than 20,000 different alumni and friends have already given to this game-changing campaign. Join us. You can make a difference today. It starts with State.
And lose both tiebreakers, so we get ORU. The only advantage to us is that, with their zone, we do get a lot of shots up, and I think that that's our strength. We have the ability to get hot, and that at least, gives us a chance to be in the...
Have the ability to get hot. Well, they have taken advantage of that ability, especially Sole Contataite from behind the three-point stripe is 6 of 11. Western Illinois 10 of 21 from behind the arc and are shooting 51% on the ball game. The jacket's still on for J.D. Gravina. On the flip side, Oral Roberts now at 29% from the floor. 15 of 51 have taken 12 more shots than Western Illinois, but only 5 of 12 from behind the stripe.
Once again, a nice job of handling the pressure. I think if they can keep getting shots to the rim offensively, they'll have a chance to hold on to this lead.
Bodies on the floor. Valencia Kelly's shot was blocked by Dedi Bala.
It's kind of a rough decision by Kelly. She really had nowhere to go. She probably got away with an offensive foul.
And then gets called for the foul, I believe, in the chase for the rebound. She was frustrated that there was not a foul called, but she may have been better off trying to spin out of that double team and kick it back outside.
Well, the one thing that I've seen that's consistent throughout this tournament is the officials are not going to bail you out. If you put yourself in a compromising position, they aren't going to bail you out. So
you saw Bigham with some good penetration and nice look-away pass for Bala to score at the other end, but then Bigham comes back and commits a silly slap foul out front.
Yeah, and Oral Roberts has picked up the aggression.
Oh, the jacket's off. Did you see it?
I missed it.
It might have gone on Valencia Kelly's last drive, but it is gone for J.D. Gravina right there at the top of your screen.
Well, he's got to find that mix of patience and aggressiveness if you're Western Illinois. It looks like Oral Roberts has come out of their zone. They're playing a...
They've gone man. Salvatore brings it out of the paint. Rolls it around and out. Saved by Kelly, but it goes to Oral Roberts.
Good hustle and heads up by Kelly. Unfortunately, her teammates are all getting back on defense.
Bigham shakes off whatever the knee problem she had a few minutes ago. Misfires on the long three. The Leathernecks have the ball again. In the corner, it's Kelly.
Wow.
She's got a three.
And that one will have Coach Gravina's breathing a little bit easier. They had struggled the last 3 possessions offensively. You don't want to go into one of those scoring droughts now.
6 different players for Western Illinois have connected from behind the stripe. Kevin Looper knocks down her 3rd three of the second half. Jerry Finkbeiner quickly calls a timeout.
And I wonder if this isn't a defensively motivated timeout. Looks like they were confused again at the defensive end. We're trying to figure out if they're in a man or a zone.
Well, Valencia Kelly has gone into double figures after that last 3. She's got a dozen.
6 assists to go along with that and 6 rebounds. She's had a nice all-around game.
That is a great afternoon. Contataite leads all scorers in this ball game now at 20. Looper for ORU has 19. Sadie Webb and Kelly each have a dozen for the Leathernecks.
9:53 is a lot of time. Sometimes one of the toughest things to do is play with a lead.
Exactly right. Western Illinois, you don't want to come out and play not to lose. You got to keep playing to win. Play within yourselves. Continue to be aggressive at the offensive end of the floor. Salvatore spins away out top and is fouled by Looper.
That'll be her 3rd, I believe.
You are correct, sir. Going for the steal, reaches in from behind.
Kelly gets a much-deserved break. Rebecca Henriksen, who had a really solid first half as well, back on the floor. Nice attack.
Sadie Webb has to slide to the outside to avoid a charge. Can't get the finish.
And good help rotation by Oral Roberts.
Tap out from behind by Conta Taite, and then Bigham gets called for the foul.
The old playground trick, the reach around.
That is, sorry, June, I was just going to say, that's 4 fouls on Bigham. So the backcourt for Oral Roberts, 4 fouls on Bigham. She stays in the ball game, 3 on Looper. And Western Illinois in the 1-and-1.
And these are big free throws here. You got to take advantage of all your free opportunities to get points.
Demery, a 75% shooter from the stripe. The senior from Oklahoma City, played a couple of years at Fort Scott Community College. Looking for her 10th point of the afternoon with this free throw attempt.
I like Western Illinois' body language. They're not surprised they're in this position.
Playing with a lot of confidence.
Yep.
They can afford to take some risks.
You see them switching all those handoffs, ball screens.
Salvatore's on Looper. Now they switch. Henriksen's got her.
Boy, much more patient offensively here in the second half as Oral Roberts been.
And they've got Buck wide open underneath. That's Jordan Pyle in a shot clock violation. She was down there for 4 seconds calling for the ball, and the Golden Eagles couldn't find her.
And I tell you, Looper got away with one too. I thought Henriksen was in great position to pick up that offensive foul.
30-second timeout called by Jerry Finkbeiner. On that possession, Juno, I think what I saw is Oral Roberts looking only for Kevin Looper.
Yeah. It's obvious that they're trying to defer to her right now because she has knocked down some shots in the second half, but you can't risk of neglecting your own game even when you're trying to run a set for Looper. You still have to be a basketball player and read the floor, especially if they're jumping 2 girls at her every time. Somebody else, like we saw there at the end of the shot clock, is going to be open.
Well, J.D. Gravina's got his team up by 17, and just a reminder for Midcoast Sportsnet subscribers, every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Get your fix of high school sports. Jay Elson, Jason Andera break down the biggest games each week. Focus on the standout athletes from the Dakotas, Minnesota, and Wisconsin. A new episode every Thursday at 7 p.m. Varsity Sports Now on Midcoast Sports Network.
And I guarantee you this last 8:40 is going to feel like 40 minutes for J.D. Gravina.
First-year head coach Sadie Webb launches a 3, a little strong. Salvatore tracks it down. But Georgia Jones comes away with it. Hesitation, crossover, dishes underneath, bucket.
Great hustle play by Jones, and then a good attack and transition.
5 points now for Jordan Pyle. If you're Western Illinois, don't get caught up in this up-tempo game. You know Oral Roberts has to push to get back into it. You need to continue your patience.
Didn't get that one in rhythm.
I think that's the first time in the last 4 attempts Conta Taite has missed a three-pointer. Inside the Web, foul on Jones from the backside. We'll have free throws when we come back. 7:52 to play, a 15-point game. Valencia Kelly and her Leathernecks are getting it done here this afternoon. Can they move to the semifinal round? We'll find out.
Since 1982, the Summit League has been achieving excellence. Beyond providing a quality education to more than 150,000 students, the league continues to strengthen its reputation of being nationally competitive in athletics. Today, more than 3,000 elite student athletes at 11 institutions embody the vision, purpose, and innovation the Summit League represents. These young men and women are reaching for the summit in both athletic and academic endeavors.
The Summit League at the Falls on Midcoast Sports Network is presented by Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Get stronger, play smarter, return to performance. South Dakota State University. Be great. Start here. For more information, visit sdstate.edu. Grand Falls Casino Resort. Live it up. Located 6 miles east of Sioux Falls.
7:52 to play in this quarterfinal round. Oral Roberts trailing by 15. They've been down by as many as 22. J.D. Gravina, first-year coach at Western Illinois, looking to pull off a signature win for his ball club. Sadie Webb at the free throw line.
Once again, big free throws. Nice job by Sadie Webb. She struggled with her shot here in the second half. Maybe this trip to the free throw line gets her going a little bit.
Webb had a dozen in the first half, now has 14 in the ball game.
Here we see the switch.
Oral Roberts trying to get some motion offense going here to create some open looks for their shooters. Bigham, nice dish underneath. Recognized the cut to the baseline by Jordan Pyle, and Pyle has 7 points all in the second half.
We've seen that a few times now, so that must be something that Oral Robert works at. Whenever there's penetration, the post goes from one block to the other.
Big rebound underneath by Demery.
And that's going to be 9 on Oral Roberts, so one more. And Western Illinois is going to be in the double bonus.
Conta Taite, after hitting 4 3-pointers in this half, has missed her last 2 attempts, but Demery, that blue-collar effort underneath to get in position for the rebound, goes to the free throw line.
And that was Bingham's 5th. I didn't know that was on
they called
her.
it on Bigham. I thought they called it on Pyle. But J.C. Bigham is done.
Very frustrated young lady right now. I think she also didn't think that foul was on her. Demery was kind of locking horns with, it looked like Jordan Pyle. And you hate to see that. Can be so many great moments in basketball, but you always got to remember there's always a team that loses.
She is a junior, speaking of J.C. Bigham. But they wanted this bad. And now she's got to rely on her teammates on the floor to come back from this big deficit over the final 7-16 to keep their season alive.
Well, Western Illinois is doing exactly what they need to do. These free throws are so big. And now they've made, after this one goes, they've made 5 out of 6 since they were put in the bonus by Oral Roberts.
Georgia Jones quickly drives, had an open shot, but instead kicks it out for a 3. And Jordan Pyle is starting to take over offensively. 10 points, and I think she scored 10 of the last 12 for Oral Roberts.
Good job taking care of the basketball.
Kelly, that is way off the mark. Not the shot J.D. Gravina wanted to see, but you know what's interesting about his philosophy? He told me yesterday, he says, I won't pull a girl for taking a bad shot or making a mistake, but I will pull you for lack of effort on defense. If you make a mistake, just make it up to me the next time down.
Yeah, that's a great philosophy to have. You don't want people hanging their heads.
Looper off the mark. Who's there? Pyle.
Starting to get tighter, down to 12. Western Illinois needs to respond here. Look at Pyle all over the floor.
Pyle going to the floor to get the steal, gets the ball, gets a timeout.
The only negative thing about that is Oral Roberts' last timeout. So Coach Finkenbeyer is going to have to go the last 6:19, relying only on immediate timeouts.
But again, that defensive pressure, and I'll tell you what, this is a team, Oral Roberts I'm talking about here, that averages 15 steals per game, that is #1 in the country. That was the 11th one of this ball game, and most of those have come here in the second half because of that full court pressure where they bait you into throwing that pass, they lay back and anticipate those passes. And no, I'm sorry, those bounce passes aren't going to cut it against a press like that. You've got to zip the ball.
Yeah, it's got to be sharp. The diagonal look is the right look, but you got to get a little more mustard on that pass. Great anticipation by Jordan Pyle. And Western Illinois has got to be very careful here. You don't want this thing to get under 10 because that's when things will really start tightening up. And they have done a pretty good job of taking care of the basketball, but that one was a careless one.
Well, in their last possession down at the other end when Valencia Kelly took that long three, I don't think that was a wise shot decision at that point either. You're at a point now with that double-digit lead still to be in a position to work the clock, get a good look inside. You don't necessarily have to have a three, but you know, at the same time when things have been going down for them the way they have, You're feeling it.
Yeah, but I mean, the ones that were going down were good looks. That didn't look like she was comfortable even taking that shot. Plus, there was 16 seconds left on the shot clock.
Yep.
There was plenty of time to keep exploring offensively. And one thing I've seen from Oral Roberts is they will break down defensively and leave somebody uncovered and wide open. So you just have to remain patient and keep probing